What's up and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and over the past couple of days, we've been talking a lot about this Bud Light fiasco. Because the folks over at Bud Light thought it was a good idea to sponsor a man that dresses as a little girl and tries to prey on little kids on TikTok. They thought that that would be a perfect sponsorship deal. They gave this dude millions of dollars and printed his face on the side of beer cans, congratulating him for his first year of pretending to be a woman on TikTok in order to basically indoctrinate little kids into being confused about their genders and exploring gender changing hormones and all types of stuff that I don't even really want to dive into. It's completely evil, if you ask me. But since then, there has been a lot of backlash. I was about to say a lot of buttlash. There's been a lot of backlash. Okay? This company, Bud Light Anheuser-Busch, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it the right way, they've lost billions upon billions of dollars in just a short time span. The stock was dropping. Things were not looking good for the folks over at Bud Light. We have events being canceled that were featuring the Budweiser horses and what have you. We got local bar owners reporting that they haven't sold a single Bud Light in over a week, when they used to sell thousands of dollars worth of Bud Light almost every single day. Now, as far as Bud Light goes, and their marketing team and their social media team, they have been completely silent. They have not said a word. They disappeared from the internet. We got big sporting events happen that Bud Light usually sponsors, and Bud Light usually uses these moments to advertise their beer, but they have been completely silent. Because they know that they messed up. But at the same time, I really don't think that they really care. I think they will do this again. But some people are calling for, hey, we need to back off of Bud Light, okay? We got to give them a chance here. I say don't give them a chance. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So if you're going to release a beer can with a child predator on the side of it, I don't think I'm going to give you a second chance to burn me like that again. I mean, mind you, I don't drink Bud Light, so I don't have to boycott Bud Light. I don't drink Bud Light. But all of this talk of, oh, we got to give them a chance, that's a losing mentality. Do you want to be on the winning side? Do you want to live in a world where you don't have to worry about the indoctrination of your kids anymore? Well, if you want that, you got to start pushing back a little bit. Now, some people are taking things too far, and things always go too far for, certain people who take things to the extreme. But I don't think it's too extreme to, hey, maybe not drink Bud Light. Maybe grab a different brand of beer. But now Bud Light has finally released the statement. I want to go ahead and go over that statement with you all. Here it is. Our responsibility to America. As the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. We're honored to be part of the fabric of this country. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and a proud history of supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. We never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and the values upon which America was founded: freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focused on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands, and our partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. Now, you let me know what you think. What did that sound like to you? Did that sound like an apology? You want to know what it sounded like to me? It sounded like a bunch of gobbledygook. Googly, moogly, gobbledygook. It sounds to me like he was trying to gaslight people. Don't get me wrong. This Bud Light situation has really ticked off a lot of people. A lot of people from different backgrounds and everything. But it's being painted as something that's a conservative talking point, that mainly conservatives, mainly people on the right, are the ones that are upset by this whole fiasco. The CEO of this company knows that, so what did he try to do? He tried to gaslight you all. He knows that typically people on the right, they really care. A lot of their strong talking points are about supporting the military and backing the blues, supporting police officers, first responders. So what does he do? He doesn't apologize for anything. He just says, hey, us over here at Bud Light, we support the military. We have a history of supporting first responders. He didn't say, hey, I'm sorry for putting a child predator on the side of our beer can. No, he said, hey, we have a history of supporting the military. I served our country. So he's trying to pull at your heartstrings. He's trying to use conservative talking points in order to make people, hey, okay, yeah, I back the military, I back the blue, yeah, okay. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that may work on some conservatives, it ain't gonna work on me. I'm not necessarily what you would consider a conservative. I don't know what you would consider me. I don't consider myself any of this stuff. So these little talking points that may work on a certain base, it's not going to work on regular people who don't pledge an allegiance to any political side. I'm just a casual person. And I'm not going to be manipulated into okay, we forgive you. You supported the military and you served our country. And when he said that he served our country, he didn't mention that he's ex-CIA. Yeah, dude's an ex-CIA agent that's now the head CEO of Bud Light that just so happens to be pushing the trans agenda. Kind of weird, right? There's no apology. But he wants to remind everyone, hey, we employ a lot of people. Basically, I almost look at this kind of like a threat in a way. And I know that may sound weird to some of you all, but basically this is like, hey, remember, before you try to cancel Bud Light, we employ thousands of people. And if you cancel Bud Light or you boycott our beer, those people are going to lose their jobs. And a lot of those people are everyday working people like you. That's what this was. This wasn't an apology. We know we screwed up. This was, hey, remember, a lot of people work for Bud Light. Do you want them to lose their jobs? And hey, remember, we support certain conservative talking points. So maybe you should back off. That's what this was. 100%. I have no reason to sit here and fabricate things for you all. Maybe you all feel differently and that's fine. But this is how I feel. 100% that's what this is. We're honored to be a part of the fabric of this country. Am I the only one that feels like this is being over-exaggerated? Like earlier, we had Donald Trump Jr. He called Bud Light like it's an American icon. We can't destroy it because of this. And then he's like, we're part of the fabric of this country. Is Bud Light really part of the fabric of this country? Is it really an icon? I couldn't care less. So I guess I would have to ask you all, maybe I'm out of touch. Does Bud Light mean that much to you? Is Bud Light a fabric of the country? It's part of the fabric of the country? Oh, Bud Light's the one thing holding us all together. Well, it's not doing a good job, obviously. And I don't think it's an icon. And I don't think this is an apology. I don't think that this statement makes things go away or it makes things blow over. That this is basically a nice way of threatening the American public that, hey, some of your friends and family may lose their jobs if you keep talking crap about our beer. And remember, we support a lot of the same things you support, supposedly. Oh my God. The one thing that they say in this statement that can be viewed as a positive is when they say, we never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people. But even that, I can't view it as a positive because they're not acknowledging what the issue is here. They're just saying, we don't want to be part of something that divides people. And in a way, you could view that from multiple angles. You could view this as basically them saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't be divided over this topic. But do not think for one moment that people who make millions upon millions of dollars marketing products, creating ads for products, don't think for one hot second that these people aren't aware of the touchy, hot topics in American society. Anyone and everyone that is not living under a freaking rock knows that this whole conversation about this, trans stuff, this whole conversation about the over-sexualization of kids, everyone knows that this is a hot topic in America right now. That's probably causing more division than any other topic. And that's ridiculous to me because we should all agree that kids should not be targeted with this nonsense. And this is something that almost every American would have agreed with a few years ago before TikTok and before this random new movement, this agenda to push all of this nonsense. And before a political party got behind it and made people think that, hey, if you support our politics or you support these policies, you also got to support the mutilization or, the destruction of kids and what have you. I could go on all day. But don't think for one second that these people whose job it is, their lives revolve around being in the know. How can we market these products? We need to know what's problematic, what's going on in society. If I know about this stuff, they know about this stuff. This is what they get paid to do. So they knew that this would be a controversial topic. They knew that this would be a touchy situation, and they didn't care. They wanted to flex their muscles. They wanted to show you, hey, we can do it with beer too. And I say that, and I always talk about this in these videos, I say that as someone who has had a lot of the things that I'm passionate about completely destroyed by woke activists. They've come in, they've destroyed a lot of things that I cared about. Comics, books, random movies. I mean, Star Wars is a perfect example. All of this stuff is being destroyed systematically. And now they're flexing their muscles, letting you know, hey, we can come for beer. We can come for anything. You will not be able to go anywhere or enjoy anything without our propaganda being shoved down your throat like an ice cold sip of Bud freaking Light. So this is not an apology. No, I don't forgive them for putting Dylan Mulvaney on a beer can. I don't think anyone should take this statement seriously. In fact, I think everyone should be laughing in the CEO's face right now for how blatantly obvious it is that he was trying to pander to conservatives with this statement by bringing up job statistics and freaking, military, my past service, what about these? No. Not going to cut it. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. Is this statement good enough for you? Are you cracking open a ice-cold Bud Light right now? Let me know down in the comment section. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and remember to always remain opinionated.